All right, back for another episode. I'm back. Peace. Peace to everybody out there. What's today? Monday? No. Just happy to see another day and hope everybody having a great day themselves. We got things we could talk about today. I don't want to beat y'all down with saying the same thing over and over, but like I keep saying, when the same patterns repeat themselves, people have no choice but to listen because it's all they do is hear the same thing. But my thing is, we gotta keep repeating this. We gotta keep making them hear us. A lot of y'all give up. I hate that give up mentality. So a lot of y'all in this community, y'all give up. Y'all just give up. We can still want things, but by you just being silent and not saying anything, then nothing changes. But by us expressing how we feel and what we want, it's not, we're focused too much on one company. Other companies listen to the show. Let me check and see what's going on with YouTube, and then I'll start the show. Come on. Come on, YouTube. See, I did it again. Me rushing at the last minute. Give me a second. Me rushing at the last minute. I didn't close all my. Give me a second, y'all. Let me close these windows. I got a lot of windows open. I got a lot of windows open. Um, yeah, give me 1 second. All right. Okay. Oh, shocked, because I just saw a poster that I made, and I like the way the poster looked. I was shocked. All right. Give me a second. All right, let me let some people get up in here. At least 2 or 3 people. I'm gonna give it a couple of seconds. And while I'm waiting for people to get in here, I can go over my script. See what I did. My script don't want to show up. Yeah, that's not good. Trying to freeze up. Shout out to the developers that watch this show and they got patience, because sometimes my show be wonky because of my computer, and I apologize because I'm always saving. I got a lot of stuff I'm always writing. A lot of y'all don't believe it, but I do write a lot of stuff. I got a billion ideas. I'm always writing something. Y'all think everything that I do is based on just boxing video games. No, I think I got ideas about a lot of different games, a lot of different things in general. Yeah, so that's my life doesn't fill up with just boxing on boxing video games. Even though my wife wished that speak about different things on a podcast, but no, I'm not into the. I'm not going. I'll be an idiot to get online and speak political and all these other things that I know of or talk about in private. Everything is not for the world to know about you. Put yourself out there like that. Let me see. Nobody popped. Oh, here we go. What's up, my guy? I'm Precisely is in the house. Appreciate you coming through. Now I'm waiting for Aaron. Aaron's supposed to pop up. Yeah, Aaron's supposed to pop up, but hoping he pop up today. We got some things we want to talk about. Cause I told him he don't gotta worry about cause Aram and AJ Pax, they be beefing with each other. But I told him AJ Pax is he not on the show for some strange reason. I don't know. I guess he felt that it's no use to both of us being on a boring show. Let me see. Let me. I'm wait a couple of more seconds and then I'm gonna just get the show started without Aram or whatever. Yeah. You see in the Discord, everybody starting to catch on. They like a lot of people, they not defending the game as much as they used to. My thing is they need to stop defending the game because the game is not going to get better by them defending it. Why would we get a better game if you're saying this game is all right as long as you do this and do that? It's not gonna make them make a better game. Why should they? Hey, they accepted what we gave them. We could do the same thing all over again. Yeah, we got some people that's upset, but hey, the majority, they were all right. They found ways to work around what we gave them. That's how the developers thinking. 100%. And my thing is they got the audacity to be in the Discord and not say anything. They just got their names right there on the side. Just there, tempting us to talk bad about them so we can get banned. I'll be tempted like a mug. I'll be tempted to talk about Ash. I'll be tempted to talk about, but I gotta watch what I say because the jokers be ready to ban me quickly. They wishing that I get banned. They wishing I get banned. Remember them jokers used to be nitpicking everything back in the days, like aimbot them when aimbot them used to be like moderators in the Discord. Them jokers used to be messing with my name. They like changed what my name was, and they do different things. And I was getting disrespect. I was getting mad because I'm a grown man, and you playing with a grown man. You changing his name around. You're doing different things like I'm a sucker. And my thing, like, yo, don't play at me like that. Cause that's the stuff that like it will make me buy a plane ticket and smack fire out of you. Cause you being straight up disrespectful. Like playing with me. You don't it's like me being around you and you playing jokes on me that you don't even know me like that. You're like you like walk up to me and just smack me with a wet rag or something like that. I will take you out of this world if you do something like that to me, because you don't know me. And that's the stuff they was doing in the Discord. Like, yo, y'all literally playing with me like I'm a sucker? You serious? You serious? They was changing my name, putting some crazy stuff. Like, yo, y'all serious? Then they was trying to do whatever they can to get me out of there. Whatever. And it's crazy. All right, let me get the show started. Enough of me ranting about stupid stuff. All right. Hopefully, Aaron pops up in here and some other people pop up in here. All right. Welcome back to the show. Today, we're talking about something that's a lot of boxing fans are struggling with right now. A simple but uncomfortable question. Should fans keep defending and depending on Steel City Interactive to eventually do the right thing with Undisputed? Or should the community start putting its energy somewhere else? But right now, there is a divide in the community. One side still believes the developers are listening and that things will eventually get fixed or better. The other side believes the writing is already on the wall. And I want to talk about something that could actually settle this conversation. The survey. The survey. Not Discord posts, not arguments on social media. A real data-driven survey of boxing gamers. Let's break this down. The reality of fan defense. Fans often defend developers more than developers defend the game. One thing that keeps happening in gaming communities is fans stepping in to defend developers. You hear things like, game development is hard. Give them time. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes. This part right here, that's a lot. You can't tell me I don't know what goes on behind the scene, because you didn't work in development or you didn't have the same assets I had with developers. You can't tell me what goes on behind the scenes in game development. They're listening, but the question fans need to ask themselves is simple. Are the results matching the defense? Because defending a developer only makes sense if progress is visible. If years pass and core systems still feel unfinished, fans eventually have to stop playing public relations for the studio. Silence creates a vacuum. When developers go quiet, something interesting happens. The community starts speaking for them. Fans start guessing what the developers are thinking. Fans start explaining the studio's decisions. Fans start arguing with other fans on behalf of the studio. But that is not how communication should work. Developers should speak clearly about what systems are broken, what systems are being rebuilt, what the roadmap actually is. If communication disappears, speculation takes over. And that's where the community is right now. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat before I keep going. Nothing. Okay. The problem with their listening. Discord is not data. A lot of developers claim they listen to feedback on Discord. But Discord is not structured feedback. It's chaos. Discord is not structured feedback. It's chaos. You have thousands of messages, emotional arguments, random suggestions, trolling, people repeating the same ideas. There is no real measurement happening. You cannot walk into a publisher meeting and say, people on Discord seem unhappy. That is not evidence. Publishers and investors care about numbers. And that's what data gives you. That's what a survey gives you. What real feedback looks like. If you want the industry to listen, the feedback must be measurable. That means structured surveys. Questions like, what modes do fans care about most? What gameplay systems matter most? What features make fans stop playing? What would make fans buy the next boxing game? When you gather thousands of responses, you create something powerful. Actual data. Data changes conversations into studios. Data changes conversations into studios. Why the survey matters. Surveys remove the guessing. Surveys remove the guessing. Right now, developers claim they know what fans want. Fans claim developers ignore what they want. A survey eliminates both sides guessing. Instead of opinions, you get numbers. For example, 78% of boxing gamers prioritize realistic AI behavior. 64% prefer deep offline modes. 72% say boxers' individuality is missing in modern boxing games. Now you're no longer arguing. You're presenting evidence. Now you're no longer arguing, you're presenting evidence. And that's my thing. I know I talk about this a lot, but my thing is I'm trying to make people understand how important a survey is. And y'all thing is y'all keep thinking that Steel City should make the survey. No. Steel City is going to frame the survey the way they want to. They're going to make you think that their ideas is really your ideas. So I know what I'm talking about. That's the thing I keep telling people. I keep telling you, I know what I'm talking about. I've been around for a long time. I've been doing the things that other people not doing. I question everything. I question everything. A lot of y'all just accept things because it's comfortable. And me, I hate comfortable. Especially with something like this. I want Steel City to be uncomfortable. So they give us something that we want. That we've been waiting for decades. A company to actually make a realistic boxing game with options for people to play it arcade if they want to, or hybrid. And a lot of y'all y'all in your mind, this how y'all build it. This how you can tell how primitive some of y'all are. But if they make the gameplay for all three of those, it's going to take time. No, it's not. It's not going to take time at all. It's what you use sliders and adjustments for. It's easy. With sliders, you can adjust the gameplay for arcade, hybrid, or whatever. That's why I always talk about sliders. A lot of y'all don't think. Y'all just go off of how y'all feel. A lot of y'all don't think. A lot of stuff I say is factual. Data influence investors and publishers. Here's the important part many fans miss. Developers don't always control the final decisions. Developers don't always control the final decisions. What I keep telling y'all, these the things that I know from experience. But when I listen to people trying to tell me stuff, people literally be trying to tell me stuff like I'm an outsider, like they teaching me something. Like you're teaching me something. A lot of y'all was in diapers when I was dealing with EA and other companies. Developers don't always control the final decisions. Publishers and investors often do. Publishers and investors often do. So that means that's why the survey is important. Those people do not read discourse. Those people do not read the Discord. They read reports. If a survey shows tens of thousands of boxing gamers, clear demand for specific systems, clear frustration with current mechanics, that data becomes leverage. Not now executives are forced to pay attention. That data becomes leverage. Now executives are forced to pay attention. But Poe does not know what he's talking about. He's an old fool. Y'all got to stop underestimating me. For one, my mind is very clear. Y'all got to stop underestimating me. And it's crazy that certain generations, they think that they're smarter than older people or somebody older. When in my generation, we looked at older people as wisdom. Yeah, some people are idiots, but still you can learn certain things from people, even from an idiot. You can learn not to be an idiot like that idiot. But still, it's like y'all always, it's like automatic. He's old, he don't know what he's talking about. He's old. Old people don't supposed to be playing video games. Man, you talking about my mother generation. Y'all still keep it feel comfortable to y'all because y'all don't want us to, somebody my age or even about 10 or 15 years younger than me, you don't want them to say anything. You don't want them to have a voice. Y'all got to stop with y'all nonsense. It makes no sense to me. Shout out to, man, who the heck is that? But shout out to you. I'm gonna say games. ULeaks X Games. Love that TV show, Sliders. Yeah, and you come with the trolling. What's up, E-Boxing Champions? Salute. X Gamers, that's what I'm gonna call you. X Gamers coming in with the jokes, huh? Coming in hot, huh? All right. But what you're saying with the sliders, and that's true. I mean, even though I was talking about that earlier, but you added the slider part to it. Sliders help create the modes that people want. The base game should always be the hardcore mode. And then everything after that, you have the options. You don't I'm not that person that say the game should just be one version. That's it. No. If you want the game to sell, that's what a lot of people got to stop doing that. Even the online people. People want this game to just be online. And my thing is the reason why they want it to be online, because a lot of people don't really play online like they say it they do. A lot of people don't play online, but their thing is, hey, if it's just an online game, we can force them to play online. That's never going to happen. If a person don't play online, they're not going to play online, no matter what. So why would you want to keep somebody from playing a game that you can help build up the make the game popular, make the game build the franchise up, instead of just making it just one way. Hey, make it just online, make it just this, make it just no, make it so everybody can enjoy the game and not just hybrid. Nobody wants a hybrid game. Nobody wants a hybrid game, because you will never get a sweet spot that will satisfy everybody. It's always going to lean one way. It's always going to lean one way. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat before I finish reading. All right, nobody's saying nothing. Let me keep it going. All right. Where fans should put their energy. Stop arguing in circles. Right now, the boxing gaming community spends a lot of energy doing this, debating each other, defending developers, attacking developers, repeating the same complaints. None of that changes anything. It just creates noise. Organized feedback changes industries. Organized feedback changes industries. Game history has already proven something. When communities organize their feedback, studios respond. Daggone. Not always immediately, but eventually. Why? Because structured feedback shows market demand. And market demand affects sales. Sales affect funding. Funding affects development priorities. Should fans move on? Loyalty should not mean blind faith. Fans supporting a boxing game is a good thing, but loyalty should not mean ignoring reality. If a game is not representing boxing properly, fans have the right to say it. If progress stalls, fans have the right to look elsewhere. Supporting boxing should mean supporting the sport being represented correctly. The community has more power than it thinks. I say this all the time. And not only the community, the content creators. And my thing, I feel that the content creators turned their back on the community. I feel the content creators turned their back on the community, because just because you got these leagues and just because you're keeping the game alive, you're still turning your back on the community. Just because you're satisfying you're basically helping Steel City not make a better game or do the right thing, because you're helping them say, hey, they're still playing the game, we're okay. instead of feeling a threat, feeling an urgency. And they say, hey, we got to do something. At least we try to fix the game, tweak it a little bit until we get Undisputed 2 out. But y'all going to keep with these leagues and everything and act like the game is not broken and it's not bad. And it disgusts me in the Discord when people come in there acting like nothing is wrong with the game. Just me. That's just me. If that's what you like, that's what you like. It's just like somebody got an ugly girlfriend. He like her, that's on him. We could be friends, but hey, you and your girl, that's on you. And if she don't look like she gonna keep scaring me, you know, I just have to look away. All right. The community has more power than it thinks. Fans often believe developers hold all the power, but that is not true. Community shapes markets. If thousands of boxing gamers collectively say, these are the systems we want, that becomes a blueprint for any studio interested in making the next boxing game. That becomes a blueprint for any studio interested in making the next boxing game. And I keep telling y'all keep thinking my show is about Steel City only. No. Other companies, like I keep telling y'all, other companies come to the show and they listen. People from other companies. They listen to my show, and salute to y'all for listening to the show. Salute to all of y'all that listen to my show, and I appreciate y'all. All right, let me see. The dangers of waiting too long. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Salute to Boxing Lounge. I appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you. The dangers of waiting too long. There's another issue the community needs to think about. It's something that happens in gaming all the time. Fans wait too long. They keep saying things like, just give them one more, just give them one more update. Next patch will fix it. They just need more time. But my thing is, even with them, y'all wait until the last minute. Like I keep telling y'all, I know how game development works, 100%. And a lot of y'all trying to wait to the last minute. Y'all trying to wait to the last minute. And this is what y'all doing, and I hate it with a passion. For the last 30, 40 years in my gaming, and I knew it right from back then. Why do y'all wait till a game get announced? When the game get announced, y'all want to give a billion ideas. The game announced, so technically, when the game is announced, they already got their ideas and their blueprint and their roadmap and everything they're going to do. But being that Steel City or other companies out there that's listening, that if I did know something, I'm not telling y'all. But y'all got to give y'all ideas and y'all stuff early. But y'all wait till the game get announced. Undisputed 2 come out. When they announce it, watch how many people start making wish lists. Start saying all these different, we need this and that. No, y'all should be saying that now. That's what a survey would be for. It forces their hands. But y'all think, hey, Poe don't know what he's talking about. We got the feedback in the Discord. That is noise. But let me finish reading what I was reading. All right. But sometimes years pass by this. And when you look back, the community realized something uncomfortable. They spent more time defending the game than the developers spent fixing it. They spent more time defending the game than the developers spent time fixing it. This is not unique to boxing games. It has happened in many sports titles. It seemed more so with this community because this is not the only community that I have been a part of. I've been a part of the 2K community, the NBA Live community. I've been a part of so many different communities. But in the boxing community, it's sad. It's very sad. Communities get stuck in a cycle of hope. Hope is powerful, but hope without accountability leads nowhere. The psychology of the community. Fans become emotionally invested. Boxing fans waited over a decade for a new boxing game. Over a decade. Boxing fans, no. So when one finally arrives, fans don't want to admit the problems are serious. So when one finally arrives, fans don't want to admit the problems are serious. They want to believe the game will become what they imagined. That emotional investment is understandable, but emotional investment can sometimes blind community to reality. But emotional investment can sometimes blind a community to reality. Community identity. For many people, supporting the game becomes part of their identity. They spend years promoting it, defending it, arguing for it. So when criticism grows, but check this out, all of that was me. All of that was me. I was promoting the game hard, defending it hard, arguing for it hard. So when criticism grows, some fans feel like the criticism is an attack on them personally. See, that's the part I detached myself from. I didn't feel like I was being attacked. It isn't. Criticism is how games improve. The blueprint already exists. Here's something that makes the situation even more frustrating. We already have the blueprint for what works in sports games. Look at other franchises. When you run computer versus computer in games like NBA simulations, football simulations, even racing simulations, the athletes behave like the real athletes they represent. You see tendencies, you see strategy, you see personality in how they play. That is the foundation of authenticity. If you put two real boxers in a boxing game and run AI versus AI, you should immediately recognize their styles. That should be the easiest way to test realism in a boxing game. That should be the best way to test if they got the boxer style right. Because when you put two boxers together in the game, AI versus AI, CPU versus CPU, and they're fighting each other, and they're using techniques they use in real life against each other. And it looked like a real fight. That's when you know they built the game correctly. And y'all keep thinking, nah, Paul, you talking about AI versus AI. That's different from human. No, it's not. No, it's not. Trust me. No, it's not. No, it's not. It still shows you the boxer style. If the boxer style, even when you're using the boxer, his style is correct. His movement is correct. His cadence, his little things he do is correct. So stop thinking about it once I say AI and stuff like that. It goes deeper than that. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Educate y'all. Let me see. Let me see. What's up, Leafy? X Game said, do you see a Undisputed 2 coming out after how this version of the game is at with lack of feedback and updates? Yeah, I can see it. They literally, I'm 100% sure they're working on Undisputed 2 right now. Leafy said, personally, SEI should never make a game ever again. Sell the license you own to a different studio that actually wants to make a boxing game. Hey, I'm 100%. I see that frustrating, Leafy. E-Boxing Champion said, Boxing Lounge, yo, I ain't forgot about you. Still trying to get emulators situation set up. I can't get it stable. Let me see. All right. AI versus AI reveals the truth. And this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. AI versus AI reveals the truth. AI versus AI is the purest test. When a human plays a game, listen, hear me out before y'all AI guys start coming at me. Y'all, hey, Poe, we want a player versus player conversations only. No, hear me out. AI versus AI is the purest test. When a human plays a game, the player interferes with the simulation. But when AI fights AI, the system reveals itself. When AI fights AI, the system reveals itself. So the system tells you how authentic each boxer is. But when a player playing against each other, you don't really see little hiccups, little things wrong. You're not going to see it. Okay, let me stop cutting myself off. When AI fights AI, the system reveals itself. You see decision making, punch selection, ring movement, defensive instincts, stamina management. If those things are wrong, the simulation is wrong. And I know a lot of y'all still, hey, he's talking about AI. It's just AI versus AI. No, it goes deeper than that. If y'all know about game development, these are systems that help with human control and non-human control. But y'all don't see it because y'all never was taught that. Realism shows through behavior. If the system works, different boxers should behave differently. Some should pressure constantly, fight behind the jab, counterpunch, fight and burst, conserve energy. Without this individuality, the sport is not being represented correctly. The survey as a turning point. This is why the survey idea matters so much. Right now, the conversation is scattered. Some people want realism. Some people want arcade gameplay. Some people want online competition. Some want deep career modes. Without organized feedback, developers guess what the market wants. And guessing leads to confused game design. We can overthrow what Will is putting in place if we come together. But a lot of people keep saying, no, it's Ash Habib. No, it's not Ash Habib. If it was Ash Habib, he wouldn't have investors and publishers. Ash Habib has to answer to people. Yes, it's his company because he got 51%, but he still has to answer to investors, shareholders, and publishers. A publisher. So stop saying it's on Ash Habib. Ash Habib can make. Nah, man. Stop, man. Stop. But we, as a community, we can force the publishers, investors, and shareholders to listen to us. That's what a survey is for. But everybody's so against it. Surveys clarify the audience. A well-built survey can answer critical questions like how many players prioritize realism? How many players prioritize online competition? How many prefer offline career modes? What features actually sell boxing games? And my thing is, a lot of people fear a survey because they're scared what a survey will reveal. And my thing is, if a survey proved me wrong, hey, I'm the first to say, hey, I was wrong. I was wrong. More arcade people play boxing games. More people want an arcade game. I'll be the first to say it. Hey, I was wrong. Would I play the arcade game? Nah. No. I know y'all like, Poe, you just stubborn, man. Come on, it's just a game. No, I will not play it. Especially not in this day and age. Not at all. Especially when you got games like NBA 2K, MLB. You got these games that's trying to replicate their sports, the way they're representing their sports. And hey, I know I mentioned 2K, and your mind automatically triggers to microtransactions. No, y'all know what I'm talking about. Stop it. All right. That information changes how games get built. The different things that I mentioned earlier that's important information for the way games get built. That's what a survey is good for. Surveys protect the sport. Boxing is a sport with deep strategy and personality. If boxing games fail to represent that, new fans get the wrong impression of the sport 100%. I say that all the time. I see it in the Discord all the time. A lot of people don't see it. I see it. I see it more than any other person. It's a lot of people use arcade fighting game logic for boxing games logic. They're two different things. And miss me with that, hey, they both the same thing. They both fighting game. Miss me with that. A survey helps ensure the community voice reflects what boxing actually is. A survey helps ensure the community voice reflects what boxing actually is. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat before I go on. Let me see. E-Boxing Jam said, did you look into that idea about feeding AI the code? Now, once you said something, I stopped thinking about it. And what makes it so bad, I thought about it today. I was like, let me see something. And then I left it alone because you said something that stopped me from doing it. But think about it today. I mean, I look into it tonight. I wonder what AI would do if we asked it to make a realistic boxing game based off Fight Night Round 4 source code. That's one of the things I want to do. I'm gonna do. That's exactly what I'm gonna do, Leafy. That's what we were talking about yesterday. Yeah. And since AI can still, yup, because you can ask AI, say AI. You ask the AI, say AI, can you give me the code to Fight Night Champion, and or a code as close as possible to Fight Night Champion? It will give it to you. It will give it to you. That's what people don't realize. It will give you code and script for a boxing game if you know how to ask. But a lot of people don't know. They don't know the language. There's a certain language that you use when you're talking about video games. You're talking about systems. You're talking about code. You're talking about like hard code. All these different things. You got to know what to say, how to word it, and things like that. Hey, a lot of people be hating on me, but I know what I'm talking about. Let me see. Leafy say, yeah, that'll be interesting. Yup, I'm gonna look into that. All right, the industry only listens to market signals. Here's the reality of the gaming industry. Studios listen to two things: sales and market demand. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. The market demand. And how do you find market demand? From a survey. Market demand from a survey. You can't get that from a Discord, or you can't get that from the developers know what we want. You can't get that from developers thinking they know what we want. If I was to question a developer right now and ask them, hey, what do I want? And you know what they might say? Just one word. You just want realism, Paul. And that's not just what I want. That's not just what I want. That means that they wasn't listening to me. Hey, Paul, you just want realism. And you know what the craziest thing too? It's not only the developers. It's not only the developers that think that. If you ask people in the Discord, or people, you say, what does Poe want? Poe just want realism. Poe want realism, but that's not saying anything. So that means you weren't listening to me the whole time, or you weren't listening to Poe the whole time. What makes realism? What does realism looks like in a boxing video game? And Poe just don't want realism. He want modes. He want things that represent boxing. And for people to get a better understanding, go to my blogs. Go to my blogs and look at it. It explains to y'all how I think, what I want, what a lot of people in the community agree with. I'm not just an old man just talking. Just because my passion is not your passion doesn't mean it shouldn't exist. And this is a good segue to what I'm about to read. Passion posts on social medias are not market signals. Data is. If thousands of fans respond to a survey saying they want authentic boxer styles, deep career modes, AI individuality, historical errors, realistic stamina systems. That becomes market evidence. And market evidence is something investors cannot ignore. Market evidence is something investors cannot ignore. How do Poe knows these things? How do I know these things? I'm guessing. Trust me, the way my brain is set up and the way I'm set up, I wouldn't be wasting my time saying what I'm saying. I would not be wasting my time constantly saying what I'm saying. What fans should do next? Stop fighting each other. We got to stop fighting each other. The boxing game community spend too much time arguing internally. We argue internally and we don't defend each other. We don't help each other. And that was my problem with a lot of these content creators. I support them. I share their stuff. And I know with a lot of them, like on Twitter and some social media, they might got more YouTube, a bigger YouTube fan base than me and stuff like that. But on Twitter, Facebook, and on Instagram, none of them got it. My fan base are bigger than a lot of them on my other social medias. But my thing is, I don't care about that. My thing is, why aren't we supporting each other? Why aren't we supporting each other? A lot of these content creators think you supposed to support them. They don't have to support you. And my thing is, if I support you, why you can't return the favor? Why can't you return the favor? I stopped sharing a lot of content creators that I really respected. And their thing is, it's like they feel that I supposed to respect them. I supposed to, hey, it should be an honor for you to share my stuff. Nah, man. Nah. My thing is, I'm a community person, but when I see that the community is not sticking together, I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. I'm tired of respecting people, and people don't give me no respect. It's just annoying. All right, what fans should do next? Stop fighting each other. The boxing gaming community spend too much time arguing internally. Some defend developers, some criticize them. But arguing within the community does not improve the game. Build a collective voice. The smarter approach is organization. Instead of random complaints, scattered suggestions, you create structured feedback. That feedback becomes a blueprint, which I got. I got a blueprint, thousands of stuff. I got thousands of things. Not just one studio. That's why I keep telling y'all, this is not focused on one studio. Y'all think Steel City is the one studio. And I'm not talking about Truth Bound and I forget the other one, but Love C Shorty and all of them. No, it's other AAA studios that listen to this show, AA studios that listen to this show, and other indie companies that listen to this show. But y'all so divided and y'all want to go against Poe. We can't listen to Poe because he's old. That old man don't know what he's talking about. We can't help him. We can't support him. We got to support the youth. Maybe I should let my son take over my channel and y'all listen to him because y'all getting tired of seeing me. I've been in the community too long. Maybe I should let my son take over my channel. He already took over my PlayStation account. Let me see. The future of boxing games. The future of boxing games will eventually arrive. The question is, who will build it correctly? It might be Steel City Interactive. It might be another studio entirely. But one thing is certain. The next great boxing game will come from developers who understand the sport. The next great boxing game will come from developers who understand the sport. And Steel City doesn't. I can tell. I know the developer's history. I made it my duty, and I know I shouldn't be telling what I be doing. And I look at these guys' history, game history, and they're not really, some of them not even into sport games and stuff like that. They're like super casual, if that. So the next great game will come from developers who understand the sport. Developers who understand boxing individuality, developers who understand that that boxing is strategy, rhythm, psychology, and endurance, not just throwing punches. Let me see. Give me a second. All right. I'm gonna do some Q&As. Do some quick Q&As. Then I'm gonna do some shout outs. It depends on what the chat looking like. Give me a second, y'all. Let me see. Madden is horrible now, unfortunately. Very hybrid and broken. Oh, I ain't know that. I didn't know that. Usually Madden, I thought Madden was starting to get better. But what happens is with a lot of these people, they start getting too complacent with these games. They start getting satisfied and they don't really they stop giving feedback. They stop talking. They stop saying things to make the game better. I don't even think Madden even do like they used to do because they used to have the community events. And I haven't seen that in a while. I haven't really seen any company that really did community events anymore. I remember EA used to bring people up like when they have community events for Madden, NBA Live, the Fight Night series. 2K used to do it. I don't even think 2K even do it anymore. So when you do stop doing events like that, I'm pretty sure that the game is going to go become bad. Was it Jew Leafy that was talking about the WWE game? It's not that good? I haven't seen it because I'm a fan of the older WWE games, and I heard they were saying that the 2K games are starting to look better than I think the last 3 years. They were saying that they were starting to get better because they was trying to catch up. But since I haven't played it, I'm asking y'all that no. Let me see. Hit that like button. Let me see what y'all voted on. What will get the investors, publishers, shareholders, Ash Habib, attention and support faster. Discord and social media posts. I don't know why y'all believe that the social media works. The social media does not work. It really doesn't work. It's what we call in the industry, and I'm saying we because I know what I'm talking about, and I know I have been behind. I have been behind the curtain. Even though y'all don't want to give me credit for it, I have been behind the curtain. And y'all think the social media is they listen to y'all. They don't listen to us. The only time that looked like they was listening to us when Steve was there. Steve was actually gathering stuff. And that's what a survey does. But everybody is so against, I guess because I'm bringing up the idea. And it might be successful. We can't let Poe 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 is all right with us, but we can't let Poe keep talking about a survey and it be successful. That means the OG was right. Hey, look what people would rather for something not to be successful just so it's because it's not them. It's not their idea. And that's sad. That's sad. That's sad the way the community thinks. My thing is I want a great boxing game. I don't have to be attached to it. Y'all should see that anyway. I don't care about fame and none of that. I'm not trying to be a YouTuber to get paid from it. I'm not trying to be in somebody's studio. I'm not trying to be on a team. Yes, I want to see what you're making, but I don't want to be on a team. Or if I'm on a team, I don't want to get paid. But a lot of y'all do, but that's y'all. My passion and your passion is different. My passion and your passion is different. Trust me. But a lot of people, they'll go against you. They'll be your friend, but they'll go against you. And my thing is, are you really my friend? Do you really respect me? You don't. I don't know if Madden could really get any more realistic than it already has. As far as gameplay, the graphics can always improve a little more, but a team game can't get specifics like boxing can. Exactly. Exactly. That's my thing about when people make excuses for Steel City. They're not making a team game. They're not making in a basketball game. There are over 300 different characters. Over 300 different characters. And then you talking about like I keep telling y'all, the basketball court is the equivalent of a boxing ring. Look how many people is floating around in that boxing ring. Look how many people are floating around in that boxing ring. Madden is far behind still. It's not. Oh, that's where it happened. Once we compare it to something, that's where it happens. But if we weren't comparing Madden to anything, people would be okay with it. But when you compare it to what 2K put out, that's when that's where it's understandable. It's understandable. Just like with soccer. What some people say PES is better than FIFA. And when EA had FIFA, they were saying PES, but That's the thing. I like stuff like that. I like when two games are pitted against each other. A lot of people don't, and that's sad. And that's sad. You should want games to be go against each other. You should want games to go against each other. We get better games. We get better games. Let me see. All right. I'm gonna read some Q&As and then go put some food in my body. All right. Should fans keep defending Steel City Interactive and waiting for the game to become what we hope it would be? This is question one. Fans can support developers, but support should never turn into blind defense. Supporting a boxing game means supporting the sport itself. If the game is not representing boxing correctly, the community has every right to speak up. Waiting forever for improvement is not loyalty. At some point, fans have to ask whether their energy would be better spent pushing for better boxing games in the future. Question two. Some people say the community is too harsh on developers. Is that fair? Criticism and harassment are two different things. Nobody should be attacking developers personally. But criticizing the quality of a product is normal. Boxing fans waited more than a decade for a new boxing game. Expectations were high because the sport deserves to be represented properly. Holding a sport simulation accountable is not toxic, it is necessary. And people always try to tell you how to express your necessary. Question three. Does developers always know what fans want? Don't developers already know what fans want? Why do we need a survey if developers already read discourse and social media? Because the Discord is not data. Discord is thousands of random opinions mixed together. Developers might see feedback there, but that does not tell them that the majority of players, but that does not tell them what the majority of players actually want. A structured survey creates measurable feedback instead of guessing. Studios can see clear numbers showing what boxing gamers value most. Can a survey actually change anything? Can a survey actually change anything? Give me a second. Let me see what you're saying in the chat. E-boxing champion say down with Ragzilla. Let me see. It'll be great if Turkey can get a passionate team together to build a great, realistic boxing sim from the ground up. He's probably been fed the narrative that there's no demand by would-be competitors. My thing is, I'm hoping that Turkey buy Ash Habib out. I wish Turkey buy. Hey, if y'all listening to this, because I know developers, I don't know which developers it is, I don't know who it is, but if y'all listening to this, Buy Ash Habib out. Buy the Habib brothers out. Or push the investors out. Push the investors and shareholders out and let Turki al-Sheikh control this. Turki, we need you. Turki, we need you. And E-Boxing Champion said down with Rackzilla. Yeah, 100%. I used to have respect for Rackzilla. But that Joker, he's for himself. He's for himself. That Joker, he didn't push for me. It was people that was pushing for me that were in the industry. There was so many people that pushed for me. Hip Hop Gamer, he had my back. Brian Mazik, he had my back. Rackzilla, not so much. Not at all. Not at all. Let me see. Leafy said, yeah, I hope Turki does that, man. He has a ton of money, y'all. He had more than a ton of money. What Turki need to do, right? And I'm just playing too. But Turki need to do is get up, say I'm making a boxing game and I'm putting Poe ahead of it. Man, put me ahead of a boxing game, man. Tell you, man, you put me at the head of a boxing game. Oh man, imagine what I could make. I would do the whole boxing community. I would do them proud. I'm being honest. I'm not selfish. A lot of these content creators, they care about themselves. 100%. I know it hurt a lot. A lot of y'all gonna get all y'all panties up in a bunch and everything. Y'all for yourself. Y'all for what y'all can get and how it benefits y'all. And if any of y'all ever paid attention to me, that like paid attention to me for any time that y'all know me, it was never about me. It was never about me. I don't care about a YouTube channel or anything. It's about me. It's about us getting the box again. Even though I say this show, is not me. It's our show. 100%. I always say this is our show. I never talk with arrogance. A lot of people talk like they're divas and they act like everybody's supposed to bow down to them. I don't do that to people. I'm not, people act like they're like these great, they want you to idolize them. Nah, son. Nah. Let me see. Can a survey actually change anything? Can a survey influence developers or publishers? Yes, because the industry responds to numbers. The industry responds to numbers. Investors and publishers care about market demand. If a survey shows that thousands of boxing gamers want deeper AI systems, authentic boxing tendencies, and stronger offline modes, that becomes real market data. Market data influence funding and development priorities. Why AI versus AI matters. You talk a lot about AI versus AI fights. Why is that so important? This is a question. You talk a lot about AI versus AI fights. Why is that so important? Because AI versus AI reveals the truth about the simulation. When a human is playing, they control the behavior. But when two AI boxers fight each other, the system shows its real design. Hear that word? Hear these words right here. Systems and design. That is developer talk. Two boxers fight each other. The system shows its real design. If the fighters don't resemble their real life styles, then the underlying AI logic is not working the way it should. Should fans move on from this game? If fans are frustrated, should they move on and stop supporting the game? That depends on the individual fan. Some people will keep playing and hoping for improvements. Others will step away, but the community should not limit itself to one game. Boxing deserves multiple high-quality games in the future. The community should support any developer willing to build a better boxing simulation. What would a better boxing game look like? What does the community actually want in a boxing game? From everything fans have been saying for years, the priorities are clear. Realistic boxing styles, intelligent AI making, authentic stamina, damage systems, deep career modes, historical boxing eras, strong offline modes, and customization tools that let players shape their experience. Those things are not unrealistic. They already exist in other sports simulations. And when y'all hear that word simulation, y'all mind just go to the over the top mentality. And that's not what it means. Let me see what y'all saying. Maybe Rack does crack. Rackzilla, Crackzilla. Yo, you shout out Leafy, man. You crazy, man. I'm precisely. Yo, hip hop game is funny as heck. I love that guy's energy. Yeah, man. I knew that joke for years. For years, that joker got mad energy. If you convince Turkey to invest, I know you're going to hit me up. Poetic. Let's go. Yeah. If I could get Turkey out of cheat to even listen to anything that I got, even look at my blueprint. Even if I get him to look at the blueprint that I got and he invests in that, it's a lot of people in the community. See, me, I'm not selfish like a lot of people that got on. My thing is, when people got on and still see, like, hey, why y'all don't have Poe on the team? Nobody said that. I'm 100% sure nobody said that. Why Poe isn't on the team? Why didn't you bring Poe on the team? And that right there, me, I know everybody in the community that support me and everything. If Turkeys happen to watch my video or somebody, even a studio that's watching my video, and I know the people in the community that would be great to implement, to help with the development of the game, as far as the community and everything. I know the people in the that I will try to bring in. I know the people that are passionate that will help boost or push a game. So, I see y'all. Y'all think I don't see y'all, but I see y'all. Y'all give me respect. Y'all look at me. Y'all don't look down at me. Y'all look at me. Y'all look at me as, oh, he's an old man. I'm not old. My mother is old. I'm not old. Why do fans keep defending studios? Question. Why do fans sometimes defend studios even when the game has problems? Because boxing fans have been starved for games for so long. When something finally arrives, people want it to succeed. They invest emotionally in it. They defend it because they don't want to lose the only boxing game on the market. And that right there is what people say all the time. It's the only game on the market. And that's why I used to get mad at people for playing Fight Night Champion while this game was being played. But hey, it's a complete game. Fight Night Champion is a more complete game. And technically, some of them guys is playing Fight Night Champion. I'm not mad at them. That reaction is understandable, but it should not prevent honest conversations. What should the community do right now? If arguing online doesn't help, what should the community focus on? Organization, gathering feedback in one place, build a survey. I built one. Y'all can take my survey or sign the petition and ask Steel City to make a survey. And with that survey, it's not only for Steel City, because when they make it public, other companies will see it. But people always think I don't know what I'm talking about. Share it across boxing communities. Let thousands of fans answer the same questions. Once that data exists, it becomes a powerful tool. It turns scattered opinions into something the industry can't ignore. The final message. What is your message to boxing gamers right now? This is what someone asked me. What is my message to boxing gamers right now? The community has more than it realizes. Excuse me. The community has more power than it realizes. Instead of arguing endless about what developers should do, show the industry what boxing gamers actually want. A survey gives the community a collective voice, and a collective voice is far more stronger than isolated complaints. All right, I'm about to end the show, and salute to everybody that came to the show. Let me start giving out my shout outs. Let me see. Shout out to Leafy Be Fighting. Shout out to E-Boxing Champions. Shout out to Precisely. Shout out to Lamont Davis. I ain't see him in here. Shout out to Mike Adams. I ain't see him in. Shout out to Boxing Lounge. Salute. Shout out to Ichiro. Shout out to Yuli X Games. Shout out to the developers that be watching the show and they don't say anything. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Don D205. You can catch him on Twix, Don D205. You can catch him on Instagram, Don D205 TV. You can catch him on Twitter, X, Don D205. Support the brother. So, shout out to Shaolin Faze. He's on Twitter too. Show the brother support. Shout out to Alabama Country Boy. Shout out to Ichiro. Shout out to JMMA. You suppose that popped on the show. Shout out to AJ Pax. Shout out to Aram. He supposed that came to the show. He told me he's going to be on the show today, but he didn't show up. But I know if you're a family man, you're a family man. Shout out to all those out there that support me, and I appreciate y'all. And thank y'all for all of y'all for giving me time in your day, time out in your day. And when y'all listen to this show later on or whenever y'all listen to it, please hit the like button and share it so I can be in the algorithm and we could get more people in here and we could get a bigger community. Until tomorrow, peace. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate all of y'all. Shout out to Leafy. Appreciate all of y'all.